went to bleeding races, 'twas on the 9th of June, 1862 on a summer's afternoon. I took the bus to Bamberley's and she was heavy laden. Away we went along Collingwood Street, that's on the road to Bleeding.
You're watching Toon Army TV. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, get interactive down below in the comments, and most importantly, hit the like button on the video, as it really does promote out the videos and it helps the channel to grow. Now, the Toon are in Carabao Cup action this Tuesday night as we face Blackburn Rovers of the Championship. The stadium is St James's Park and it's a 7:30 kickoff. I don't believe it's going to be free to view on TV or it's going to be on any sort of TV channel, but there will be highlights as the game goes along, so you'll get to check them out there. Check out the Newcastle United official website and of course their Twitter feed. Now, the games are coming thick and fast. We're in Carabao Cup action already. We don't tend to do very well in the Carabao Cup, but I'm hoping this year, for this new season, we can change that. I believe Newcastle United can go all the way in the Carabao Cup. I'm not saying we're going to win it, but we should be trying to look to win the Carabao Cup. A club of this size should be trying to win the cup competitions. We're not going to win the Premier League. The FA Cup we've got an outside chance of winning, and we proved that last season. We went on a bit of a cup run. The Carabao Cup hasn't really served us well of the last few years. Under Rafa Benitez in 16-17 championship season, we had a chance. We got to the quarterfinals against Hull and we should have beat them in, the 120 minutes, but the beat were in a penalty shootout. But that was the chance of potentially causing an upset, being a championship club at that time. But with Blackburn Rovers in the Carabao Cup, a championship club who are looking to try and get promotion to the Premier League, there's a real chance that we can do bits in this competition. If Sunderland, our rivals, can get to the final and lose against Manchester City, that's no disgrace, then why can't we? A club of Newcastle's size should be trying to look to bring silverware back to St James's Park. Steve Bruce wants to win a trophy, and with the new signings of Callum Wilson, Ryan Fraser, Jeff Hendrick, Jamal Lewis and Mark Gillespie, who will most likely get games in the Carabao Cup, there's a chance that we're going to be strong enough to go all the way in the competition. Now, it's been Man City of the last few years that have won the Carabao Cup. I like to call it the Man City Cup. But why can't we change our fortunes? Why can't we take this competition seriously enough? Why can't we just go all out and leave nothing unturned? Because this fan base deserves trophies, it really does. And there's no better feeling of playing in front of the big stage at Wembley. The players don't need any motivation when it comes to getting to the final and playing at Wembley in front of fans. And you look at the past, yes, it's been all doom and gloom. But if you win the Carabao Cup, you can get to the Europa League. You can play European football for the season after, and that would mean so much to the city. And we had a sniff of it under Alan Pardew with Mike Ashley as the owner, and we loved it. Had some good times. We're not demanding top 7 for the new season, so why not, have a go in the cups, and that could be a different route into the Europa League. Now, I'm not saying that Blackburn are going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. They're going to come up to St James's Park and they're going to want to try and cause an upset of their own. They're going to have a game plan under Tony Mowbray. He's a decent manager at championship level. Blackburn, played us before in the FA Cup and they managed to get a 1-1 draw at St James's Park, and then they took it to Ewood Park and got beat in extra time, and they could have actually, won that game. So just because they're a championship side doesn't mean that they're going to be a pushover. We have to play our game. And with bringing in the new signings, and with the strength and depth that we've got, there's no excuse that we can't beat Blackburn in 45 minutes. And that's no disrespect to Blackburn in any way. The recap of the 2-0 win last night against West Ham United proved what could be on offer for the new season. Or if you're watching this Saturday night, we played West Ham off the park. That was our first away win of the new season, our first win of the season, our first 3 points of the season. And we got our first clean sheet of the new season. And with Callum Wilson scoring on his debut, he'll definitely be the one to watch if you're a Blackburn Rovers fan watching. He's a very clinical striker, and with the right service, he's going to be a threat. ASM was looking really lively yesterday. Miggy, when he came on, he set up an assist for Jeff Hendrick, who scored on his Toon debut. He played really well against West Ham. He had some good opportunities, and he also got an assist when he flicked the ball on with his head to find Callum Wilson, who, you know, tapped in. Again, being at the right place at the right time. And with Hendrick, what a rasper into the top left-hand corner. He fully deserved that because he was positive, he got forward. And I've been saying that for the past few seasons. If you're positive, if you bring in the right players, you're going to get good results. And fair play to the board, has been a good week. Jamal Lewis, not to mention, he had a man-of-the-match performance, in my opinion, against West Ham. We were crying out for a left-back. And how positive was he yesterday, trying to make an impact for the club, trying to do his best to please the fans. And he was getting in some right areas and, you know, putting in balls into Wilson to try and fire shots at the keeper. And you see how positive he looks. And I do expect him against the Championship side to maybe cut in a bit more, to try and get shots off himself. But a very positive player, you know. Hayden and Shelby were very good yesterday in that midfield, very rock solid, and we're looking good, you know, for the new season. And if we play like that against Blackburn, I believe we'll get the job done in 45 minutes. We should look to do that against the Championship opposition. In the past, we've often faltered, we've often got it to an extra time and we've went from there. But with the strength and depth that we have, we should look to try and get the job done as soon as possible. I think it'll be a real disappointment if we go out to Blackburn Rovers, because it's Blackburn, they're in the Championship, and we've faltered against lower league opposition before. But this season, it's a real opportunity to put things right, to go in a new direction. Or the board want to go in a new direction, or they have to finally listen to the fans. I'd like to think that they have, that they want to see this club trying to challenge for silverware and be more realistic, you know, in the cup competitions, because we're not going to do it, you know, at the top end of the Premier League, because we haven't got that type of squad. But the squad is capable enough of finishing top 10 and doing well in the cup competitions. And if Steve Bruce wants to win a trophy, as he said he wants to, and the board want to win something, then if we get the job done by half-time, Blackburn, yes, they'll have that game plan, but we can pick them off. Second half, Steve Bruce can experiment with the squad a bit more. He can play maybe more fringe players. He can change the formation and go from there. And then we've got the likes of Brighton coming up on the Saturday in the Premier League, and coming off the back of a win, it will only help for Tuesday's game. And I feel like it's definitely come at the right time, because you've got that buzz. You want the next game to come as soon as possible. You could say that for a loss, but we didn't lose the game. We were the better side. And like I say, if there's only one criticism, I'll say, for the West Ham game, we should have scored more goals. But that's not a bad thing. It's probably not a bad thing to be more demanding. But, you know, there's confidence there, and having more shots on target, you know, can only be a good thing. We're going to get more chances against Blackburn. There's no question about that. But we have to make sure that, you know, we match them man for man. If we do that, then, like I say, we should be a class above our Championship rivals in the Carabao Cup. And because they're a lower division, doesn't mean that they're not going to try. Of course they will. They'll come up with, you know, their game plan of trying to disrupt everything. And we'll see where the game goes. Now, looking at Blackburn, you know, Tony Mowbray, you know, decent manager there. He's got some good players around him. He'll be looking to try and get Blackburn back into the Premier League. How serious to take the competition, I don't know. The side that he fields, I don't know how he's going to go about it. He may go strong, he may go weak. I really don't know. It's question marks all round. It's early, you know, days of the season. If you're a Championship club, then your intentions are to get into those playoffs, or possibly automatics. Blackburn are a big club. You know, they've won the Premier League and the League Cup in the past, and he's really got Blackburn playing. He's got them into a place where they need to be challenging to get back into the Premier League. You know, he got them out of League One. They had a few problems with the owners and that, but, you know, they seem to have steadied the ship a little bit. And yes, they did lose 3-2 to Bournemouth yesterday on the opening day of the season, but that's no disgrace. You know, they're an ex-Premier League club. They did fall behind twice. Bournemouth went 1-0 up, it was 1-1. Bournemouth went 2-1 up, it was 2-2. And then Bournemouth scored very late on to win the game 3-2. Yes, it's gut-wrenching to go that far down the country and lose, but at the end of the day, they scored goals. So Blackburn have got goals in their side, so that's what we have to be wary of. And the likes of Adam Armstrong, he's going to be up for it. He'll be a player to watch out for. We know him. We know what he's capable of doing. He scored past us in the FA Cup a couple of seasons ago, so you never know. He'll have the motivation of coming back to St James's Park and maybe proving to the board that we shouldn't have sold him. They have got the likes of Lewis Holtby. Do you remember him? He used to play for Tottenham, I believe. He's got plenty of Premier League experience, so he'll be up and down that midfield area trying to get Blackburn, you know, in the right areas of the pitch, getting them attacking. But all in all, we should get the job done. For the squad predictor, I'm going to say in net, Mark Gillespie. Left back, Jamal Lewis. Right back, Javier Manquillo. The two defenders, Jamal Lascelles and Federico Fernandez. In the midfield, John Joe Shelby and Isaac Hayden. In the number 10, I'm going to go with Jeff Hendrick. On the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Joe Linton. On the right-hand side, I'm going to go with ASM. And up front, on his own, I'm going to go with Andy Carroll. Now, I do believe Steve Bruce will make some changes. I don't expect the likes of ASM to have too much of a bad night. I expect him to really have a lot more of the ball to get with, breaking Blackburn's back four down or back five, whatever the play, to, get us the goals. I do expect us to have more possession. I don't expect Wilson to start this game. I think he'll be dropped. Not because he played bad or anything like that. I just think he'll be rested. Maybe he'll come on second half. He might play, a full 90 minutes against Brighton, just to give him that little bit of a breather. So there will be changes, in the side. Miggy might come on second half. I think Steve Bruce will pretty much play it the same. I think Joe Linton will play on the left. I think Fraser might come on second half. So who knows how Steve Bruce will go about the game. It's just a predictor. But for my score prediction, I'm going to go for a confident 2-0 win for the Toon. Let's just get the job done and get into the third round of the Carabao Cup. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. Let me know your score predictions for the game on Tuesday night. And if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and make sure you hit that like button and put your comments down below and get interactive with the channel with this video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Keep it tuned, and I'll see you later.
Hey,